we're here. We're ready. We're glad y'all are joining us. Let's do it, friend. Ooh, we got a lot to talk about, quite honestly. I hope that we're in the right
Thank you.
spirit, with the right spirits to do it.
I have no choice.
Right. But speaking of the right spirits, let me go ahead.
Oh,
Yeah,
spirits. Oh,
because we in the right spirit.
segue. Do it.
Speaking of the right spirit, so we're back again with, we're going to bring you, first of all, hi guys, I'm Lauren.
I'm Raven.
Welcome to Mixed Signals, a podcast. This is episode 2. And as you know, we're going to bring you mixed drinks, mixed media, mixed signals, even though we don't approve of those, right? So let's get into it. So for our mixed drink for today, speaking of the spirits, yet again, we're coming back with our common goods spirits. Go ahead. Raven's going to be our bartender. We decided we're going to try to make our drink on camera today. If you guys have some gin at home, if you have some ingredients at home, please join us and make a drink as well.
Have common ground spirits.
Right. Common ground spirits.
But you should have common ground spirits, Jen.
Just a little bit about them, though. It is a Black-owned spirits brand. Right now, they only are producing gin. This is the Black Currant and Thyme gin. What are you doing with that right now? Let's see. You can't even talk about it. How many shots are you going to do in our drinks? At least like
2.5.
2.5. Okay. But this for both of our drinks? 3. Yeah, this is 1.5 apiece. So we're going to mix our Black Currant and Thyme gin with a blood orange sparkling soda, and then we're gonna garnish it with a lime. Make sure you squeeze it, friend, because that really actually helped. We've already had a helping of this drink, so we're a little bit lit right now, which we love. But I'm gonna let you make it while I tell you a little bit more about it. So let me just pull up my card. So it's Black owned. They have gin. Bourbon is coming soon. And this is by founders Tori and who is our other friend? Julian. Their aim, there is no top. Put your hand on there. Good job. Yep. Their aim is to create spirits that foster conversation where people can find common ground. And if you know how relevant that aim or that mission is to what we're about to talk about today, you are going to laugh. We have named this drink of the day Mixed Emotions. Let me help you out. Because the things that we're going to end up talking about in one segment today are about how we had to find common ground after having mixed emotions. So this drink is so fitting. Do you want to do us the honors of pouring? I'll take that for you, friend. Shit. Oh my God. It looks like a martini. Oh, and let me help you. So yeah, we're going to talk about eventually how our mixed emotions led to us finding common ground. But before that, let's go ahead and put our little garnish on there. Garnish. Squeeze it and put it on the rim. No, just drop that bad boy in there. Yeah, here you go, babe. You want one on the rim too? Production. We can hear y'all. And then for you. Beautiful. Yeah. All right, so that's our mixed drink of the day. Let's take it. Hold on. And let's cheers to mixed emotions, but not really. So, drink of the day, mixed emotions. Okay. You might be a bartender.
Shout out to me, 2020. I had a time trying to make drinks. Yeah.
All right, friends. So let's get into it. So we got our mixed drink of the day. It's called Mixed Emotions. Let's move into our mixed media of the day. You want to introduce our mixed media?
Yeah, sure. I lost all my cards, but we're here. Um, yeah, so I think everybody knows by now the whole TikTok sensation, Risa motherfucking Tisa, who we'll start off with her. She essentially met this guy during 2020. she met this guy during 2020.
Love you.
And within like 2 months, they moved in with each other. And to summarize the story, essentially everything that she was told, everything was that was shown to her was a fucking lie. Everything. So the mixed signal in that was, I don't
Are we
know.
gonna talk about it a little
Yeah,
bit
let's
first?
talk about
'Cause
it
I'm
a little
like,
bit.
what?
No, yeah, let's jump to it.
So you got me to watch. I think I made it to episode. How many episodes total
Girl,
is
I
there?
don't know, 50.
It's at least 50. I heard 50, 51 or something like that. I made it to episode 31 before I was like, I'm done. I can't do it. I can't do it because there were too many red flags. You know what I mean?
She took it too far.
She took it too far.
There was a point where she should have.
And I was maybe a little triggered because I was like, I would like to think I would not go that far, but I don't know. And so maybe that's why I was like, inner trigger is happening because I'm just like
So
from the
what
outside
happened?
looking in.
What happened?
Mm.
We don't even know what happened.
So,
Oh, friends.
yeah, so she met this guy on a dating app, moved in with him within 2 months
This was during COVID.
during COVID. They fell in love. She got pregnant. He was trying to buy her a house, went to multiple houses, tried to buy the house, and everything it was always something, some shit. It was, he didn't want to show proof of income. When she was pregnant, she ended up having a miscarriage. There was a whole stress, like he was stressing her out, didn't show up to the appointment, arrived late after the appointment. It was always something about his job because he was the VP of a condiment company.
Okay. Yeah, and so
It
this
was
is
a lot
where-
of red flags.
Okay, you're right. It was a lot of red flags, and so Mosey asked us what happened. Like, what's the story? The story is she ignored the very first red flag, which is that she and this man literally matched up on two different platforms. Didn't she say they matched up on two different platforms, but he had one completely total, like a complete different name on one, something else on another,
Sure, yeah.
whatever. I don't know. Then a lot of people are saying, like, another red flag is that for this man to be coming to you saying how successful he is, a lot of people are saying, well, then why would he then choose you, in the sense that now he has to move into your house
Right.
and he has to use your resources if he's this successful as he's saying. So that was like another red flag, right?
It's because everything made sense because it was COVID. Nobody was showing new places. Nobody was moving into new places. I remember during that time because I moved out my place and had to find a place to live in, and they damn near didn't want me to come in the house to find a new place. So like there were a lot of passes that made sense during COVID.
When I was watching it, I mean, because I told you, you put me on and I watched it. I mean, and I say watch loosely because it's definitely she's a great storyteller, but it's definitely like a background story type of thing. While you're getting ready for work, while you're in the car, like that kind of thing. But like what threw me off was, I just feel like every time she heard her intuition say something,
She ignored it.
it was like a blatant ignore it at first. And apparently she's supposed to be in like law enforcement or something like that. Did you hear that? So what do you think is
I think she was desperate for love.
is this women in general? Is
No,
this
I don't
her?
think
Is this
I don't think it's women in general. I think it is a specific type of woman, but
what is that woman?
I don't know.
Because I almost feel like I might be that woman. I'm asking. What is that woman?
That's someone that's yearning to be loved.
Does it have like a specific like aesthetic? Does it have like a
No.
specific
I think
like
it's a certain inner whatever that is, I don't know.
yearning?
Yes,
Like
an inner,
longing?
yeah, for something, to be loved, to be wanted by something, someone. Yeah,
To where you want that so bad
that you
that
ignore.
I hate it. I hate it so
That you
much.
ignore the things that are blatant. That
So
you-
basically, she got finessed.
Yeah.
It's like she wanted to. I can almost, okay, so this is why it triggered me so much when I was watching it, because I was aggravated, but at the same time, I was like, I get it, girl. I get it, because it's like you're trying to exhaust all, like, do I want to say options, research? You're trying to make sure that you really have clarity that this thing that your intuition is trying to tell you is actually, like, it's like you almost don't trust yourself.
Right.
So you have to, like, keep, like, going and going, and, like, because she was keeping a mental note. She was tallying up, whether she knew it or not, all of the, because she told that story way too well. She tallied that up.
She did, when to the point where and this is the to the point where you start questioning yourself and you're having to record things because
The
you
virtual
feel like you're
diaries.
crazy.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah. I can relate to that, though.
But that, I think that is the ultimate, like, line.
You never made a virtual diary?
Mm-mm.
There are two type of women in the world.
Mm-hmm.
So wait,
I
wait.
mean, there's multiple, but no.
What did he really do wrong? Is the thing.
What
I'm
did
trying
he
to figure
do
out.
wrong?
I mean,
He
the
lied.
finesse was a finesse.
He sat there, pretended to be on the phone with multiple family members, people who have passed away, people who he said that he had relationships with, no longer had relationships with. That's where he went wrong. He created this. The nigga was a liar. Like yes. Ooh. Y'all, we got pizza. Oh, we can't.
Okay,
have
we'll
pizza.
figure out. Anyway, you said he was a liar. Yes.
Yes, like
Put it on the table. We're going to get it in a second.
he. Yeah.
We are. That's what we
That's
on
where we
today.
are.
The
sound
producers
like
just
us
asked, are we going to eat
yesterday.
on camera? We
Yeah.
are hungry.
Sound like
Okay,
us yesterday.
We're
We was
drinking
eating
on
whole.
the Instant Stomach. Absolutely. Shout
We had
out to
whole fixes on
Domino's.
our pod.
Gotta use the bathroom really bad.
Do you? Okay. You need to go use the bathroom?
Let's eat some pizza first. I'm trying to hold it out as long as possible.
Oh, my God.
Go use
We are
the
unhinged.
bathroom. Go
Oh
use the
my God.
bathroom, dude.
Mostly entertain her while I.
Please humor me.
Here we go. I'm trying to figure.
Somebody want to come sit in her seat for a second?
Nope, we got the camera on you.
Remember, we're on episode 2 when you're in there doing your thing.
What does that mean?
Hurry.
Oh, I was like, does the number correlate with the episode?
You said, what did he do wrong?
Well,
See?
for me, what I'm hearing, it just looked like she fell victim to to the game. What's going on?
Is that the game? What is the game?
It could be. People get finessed all the time. It's no different from a woman going to a man and saying what she do and what she don't do, and then kind of find out she really just
What, Mosi? Why is this no different? What are
Yeah.
you saying? What are you saying?
Women finesse men all the time.
Do we? Oh, like to
Yeah,
that
you
level?
scroll down
though?
Instagram.
Like with filters and stuff?
With life,
Okay.
everything the finesse is there.
Okay. Well, okay.
It wasn't just too long ago that BBLs was actually like people can admit that they had it. Like Nicki Minaj lied about a BBL for damn near 10 years.
Yep. The only difference that I would say in the BBL is like it's not going away. Like it's there and you can feel it, touch it, grab it, admire it. It's actually a pretty tangible thing, right? The BBL.
Okay, I get
This
what you're saying.
nigga was saying he had money that wasn't tangible. There was nothing that he could get. He was just all talk. With a BBL, at least it's like
You can see it.
you can touch
Right,
it. You can
right.
enjoy it. You can
Okay. I'll give you that.
Ooh, you gave it to me.
I'll give you that.
Yeah, the finesse is wrong because it was like flat out lies. It wasn't like he was following through. He's like stringing along a house, stringing along like just a bunch of like.
So
things.
so he was selling the dream.
He was selling a dream. And to
Let
your
me-
point,
Oh, go ahead.
like what puts you in a position to where you're that, I don't want to say desperate, but like where you're longing that much to have that dream that you essentially ignore.
We all long for love and companionship. Like that's just
We do.
humans are. Like that's just the human nature in us. So I don't
do.
blame her for falling for that.
Yeah.
I kind of like, when do you start to open your eyes and see what's
And I
not?
think
You know what I'm saying? And she did eventually. After a while, she did. But
When it
You
was,
know.
she put her. She could have
Talking
left
to Mike.
a lot. She could have left a lot sooner, prevented a lot of other outcomes.
but I commend her still. Like I know a lot of people
how
say-
do you know though? How do you really know when you getting finessed? When do you know?
I think for me, I would be her. I don't know until I'm like fucking know. Like I have to like virtual diaries. I got to take notes. I got to check in with my friends. I got to like write stuff. I have to like check back and see if things add up or not. And I feel like for some women, I feel like this might be you, Ray.
My body tell me when it's a no.
The visceral thing.
Yeah.
What do you mean your body
My
tells you when
body,
it's a no?
like when I start
My
questioning
mind's telling
myself
me
and it don't
no.
feel good. When I'm like, what?
Yeah, it's about to fall off.
Is that really enough? And you could just cut
It's
somebody
enough
off.
for me. It's enough for me because
Cap.
I know.
Cap.
No, it's enough.
Yeah, I believe y'all know when y'all know, but I do believe it. Y'all get everybody
So you
gets
ain't never
finessed
hung
in the
around
beginning.
too long for nobody?
What's too long? I don't know. I'm sure I have.
I mean, you ain't
yes.
never got to the point of marriage, so I commend you there. Like, you
Yes.
ain't never got married. But neither have I, so
I'm
I commend
sure
you too.
I've hovered around.
Yeah.
She got napkins.
Oh,
Go ahead.
okay.
I'm sure I've hovered around longer than I've needed to. But at the same time, I feel like I've also, with that, I don't know. When is the right time to cut it off? I don't know.
Yes, you do, friend. You just said your body tells you.
Yeah, but it's not automatic. It's not.
Okay. Well, what I was going to say, okay, keep it. Thanks.
Y'all are
He
a
was like, we were
mess.
so hungry.
Y'all
Yeah.
are a mess right
We
now.
honestly, side note, we honestly said there needs to be a platform for women like us because I just feel like,
What?
I just feel like we are a
Somebody
little bit more
said, "Nah, Lauren, that girl is a loser. You're not.
He was not that
You're not dumb."
She was just
But-
simple and he was tall.
And he was taught no, but I mean, I respect that. I receive that you're saying that. But when I was asking Raven, what's the difference between she and me? Because I've stayed longer in a situation than she did and got a lot less. You understand? Like, okay, so that's why I say I commend her because he moved into her house, but remember, he was paying all her bills. They did eventually get married.
So he was paying bills.
He did pay the bills.
So
He paid the bills. For
wait,
her.
wait. So now this story gets interesting for me because I'm like, if he paid bills, what is the issue of where the money is coming from?
He just didn't have to go so far as to like.
What if he was
He's
embarrassed?
talking about offshore accounts mostly. He's
What
talking about I'm paying in earnest cash for this beautiful home that you've scoped out.
Yeah, that's the issue.
too
It's like
much.
you're selling me a dream that you clearly don't want to afford. You can't afford.
Not, I say about 75% of niggas out in the real world sell dreams.
Mm.
If I'm being completely honest, he just sold a good one, a really good one, and he had the capital to back it up because obviously he was paying bills. Some niggas don't even go that far.
And that's to the point that's the point that I'm making with the person who said, "Nah, Lauren, you're not dumb," but
Let me
and
ask
I'm not dumb.
You're not at all. Let me ask y'all this. What are you looking for in the relationship that would make you put up with something of that nature? Like, because obviously what you're looking for must outweigh the negative in that relationship. So what
That's
What-
beautiful.
what would you be looking for in a relationship that would make you, look over a little bit of the red flags?
Something that's tolerable.
I think for some women, they don't even know what they're looking for. They just know what they're missing. And I think it's just a feeling that I think it's almost like they're dreaming. They're dreaming up this dream because this man in particular has come and sold it to them, but they don't really know what they're looking for. They just know that this sounds good.
So you saying women don't know what they're looking for?
Men don't either.
Some men. So
Some women don't know.
I beg to differ. Men, I think we know exactly what we're looking for.
What was that nigga looking for? What was he looking for?
I think men know exactly what we're looking for. But what's her name? I'm gonna just say B and G XO. She said because you didn't get pregnant off height and lies, and then she said some women just want a man that bad, and that's why they'll look over the red flags.
That's sweet.
Yeah, companionship. Everybody wants companionship. Nobody really deep down wants to be alone.
No.
Yeah, my voids are different than Risa Tisa's. Tisa Risa, what's her name? My voids are different than hers. I will say that, but I don't think that she and I are that much different, which is why I was so annoyed
I
watching
don't
it.
think a lot of women are that much different. But
What'd you say?
they'll hear me.
say?
They'll hear me on it. I said I don't think a lot of women are that much different.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. And so that's why I'm like, for me, it wouldn't be the height or like the aesthetic, but it might be like that inner child thing happening. Like, oh, you see me, you hear me, you show up for me. Oh, this is so beautiful. Oh,
So you don't think it's just women? Like women have that? Because I heard something. I forgot where I heard it from. They say women believe what you say, men believe what you do.
Ooh.
So I heard that. I don't know. Don't quote me on that. I don't know where I
Like
heard.
we want to believe what you say, but I think that only lasts up until a certain extent.
Right. So what's that? What's that?
You,
A year and a
I
half for
think
her.
I'm about to say,
Well, apparently she got a baby out of it too, right?
no, she
Miscarried.
ended up having a
Oh
miscarriage.
damn! I'm
God.
sorry to hear that.
Yeah,
The universe, because what?
and he wasn't there for her in that moment.
Mm-hmm. That's what it is. Yeah. It's yes, I agree with you. We hear what you say and it sounds good and it puts us into that mindset of dreaming up a future because women a lot of women are dreamers. I'm not going to say all of us are, but a lot of women, if you can spend something to us right, we if you can sell it to us, we're going to buy it. We're going to buy into it and we're going to support you and we're going to support
good
you in hopes that you're going to follow through with whatever you said, and we're
That's
gonna be
what
that
y'all
woman behind
want.
you. That is what y'all want, right? That's what being a good woman is, right?
We said what we want.
That's
Yeah.
what y'all want.
What
If I tell you what I'm gonna do, you gonna
give me one
support
sentence on what you think a man wants.
Support. Is that not true? Oh, I'm sorry. Unconditional support
Mm.
In what?
in them, in their abilities to be whatever they told you they was gonna be.
All
Y'all
right.
want unconditional support in whatever that is. If you say I'm an ain't shit nigga, I want you to support me in that because I told you that.
Yeah.
And
No.
if you say I'm gonna be the best man you ever had, be a great father. Remember the house was under contract and she called to see
Multiple
who it was,
That wasn't the
and they
first.
said it was a white couple.
Yeah.
And she said, "Oh, okay, because that was our house." But okay,
Yeah, and then
That one.
went back to him and was like, "Oh, so why didn't we get the house?" And he was like, "Oh, I can't remember what it was."
so extra.
On the mic.
What?
Talking to Mike.
Oh. But I can't remember what it was. But the fact that, and I'm not saying you have to undermine him and stuff like that, but nigga,
That's exactly what she did.
I've caught you. She didn't do that.
She didn't do it.
She didn't do
Okay,
it.
so my thing is, if bills are being paid
Oh my god.
and things are trying to go in motion,
Why are you lying to me?
Why are you going behind somebody's back to try to figure out something?
Because it ain't right.
If I say I'm gonna take care of the bills, I got you. Let me take care of the bills how I need to do it. Now I might be doing something that I ain't tell you. I might be embarrassed about it.
For me, I think it's that you didn't have to do all that extra stuff. Like if you were taking care of the bills and that's all you were gonna do, just say that. Why do you have to involve a new house and earnest cash and offshore accounts? And
Because any woman
You
over
try to get me to get this car that you clearly can't afford.
oh, is that must be past episode 31? I didn't get there.
He tried to get her like a BMW or a Audi or whatever,
But
and
listen to what y'all saying. He tried to get her a BMW.
no, because he wasn't trying. He was.
But listen to
not-
what y'all say. He's tried to get. No matter how he did it, he's
He
trying.
was
I'm supposed
selling
to go
her.
along with the lies just because you're trying.
He was selling her.
What if it's not a lie? What if I tried and I
but
just
it
couldn't
was
do
a lie.
It was
That's
a
the
lie.
point. We're
It
talking
wasn't
about
a
this.
try. It was not a try. He was selling her a dream that he could not follow through with. And he knew he couldn't follow through with it. It's one thing if you were trying, if you had the money and some shit fell
Yeah,
through.
like
But he was
unconditional
not-
support me.
yeah.
So what do you mean he was trying? Like he went up to there with knowing he didn't have no money and
Yes.
And was just literally just ready with a lie. Whatever. I'm sick of it. By the time I cut off around episode 31, which was before she even got married. Because at this point she had called the ex-wife. Or maybe they were married.
Why
he
is
wa-
he getting
some-
married?
being Jen XO said he wasn't actually trying.
Yeah, he wasn't trying. We agree. So we about to table this. I'm sick of it. Like, honestly, yeah, by episode
So basically, long story short,
it's called Who the Fuck Did I Marry?
yeah.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
They're like
They on
10
TikTok.
minutes each. Yeah, they're like 10-minute episodes, 10-minute parts.
Ain't she getting a show from this shit? Like
She getting
I
money,
hope
and
so.
I hope so.
she got
deserves
millions of
it.
views on
Lifetime
TikTok. Like
movie.
she going crazy right now. So think of like 40 little TikTok videos with millions of views. She getting paid
Millions.
for
And
sure.
And like, what do y'all think the phenomenon is? Like, what do y'all think has brought this traffic?
Mary,
Relatable.
It's relatable and what?
which,
So
which
we've
proves,
all
which
been this
proves my
woman?
point of women will they like to hear
So
I
y'all
think
think the demographic of,
a certain extent.
viewers?
are women for sure. Ain't nobody, I haven't seen none of them. I haven't
Oh
seen
my
none of them. I just
God.
heard about it.
Oh my God,
Yeah.
really?
Ain't no man watching this. What the fuck?
Oh my God, you're
I
right.
agree. with that.
B and
Right.
Jen said, let me see, marrying a man you don't know for is crazy.
Mm-hmm.
And then she said, would you spread your secrets like that?
What secrets?
Oh, like the computer
Oh,
far.
After, yeah.
Yeah, would you go ahead? Would you go on the social
That's a
media?
good question. I in this case it made her money. I think she knew it was gonna make her money. I think she knew, and she had that story so well lined, y'all. I'm talking about bullet points. Like I'll come back to that. I'll come back here, put a pin in this, revisit it. Oh, y'all remember what I told y'all in episode 2? Now we're on 31. Okay, let's go back to that. She knew. I think she knew.
I don't think she was that much of a genius. I'm sorry.
I'm
Like,
not calling it. It's not. It's. I don't think it takes a genius to do that. I think she understood. I mean, she's a smart woman, despite like her like dumb in love tendency.
I don't
She's
know
a
what to
smart
call it.
woman. She's a well spoken woman. We already heard she's in law enforcement. Love will make you act crazy. But that don't mean that you're dumb for real.
That's a whole layer to the story. Oscar said, "What if he the one that proposed her to do this story so they could make a little fame?"
Then they're
good
fucking
for them.
smart.
And then,
Yep, good.
then he
for them.
scammed her and y'all all at the same time.
Absolutely.
That nigga need an Emmy.
But I would say good for them. Like
Yeah.
whatever. And you know what? Furthermore, I hope that's what happened. Let's move
Me too.
on.
I hope it's not.
I hope
it's
that's what
fake.
happened. I hope it's fake. And I hope that Legion, whoever he is,
And I'll just say
and her
this:
get their little
I don't think she did it for the money. I think women.
not really.
I think she's hurt, and
She had
women
to get
and
it out.
women love to air their grievances or their stories out on social media
A
because
stretch,
y'all
really.
galvanize with each other.
What?
And y'all love to pat each other on the back, even though y'all be fucking up and doing wrong, and some of y'all be the problem. So yeah, I think
You
that's.
needed to get some stuff off your
And
chest,
then-
didn't you?
Nah, I'm just saying, because for you to have 1 million views off of each story, it's like, and then you got 2 men in the room that ain't never seen it. That should tell you something.
Okay.
But I digress.
Do you
Y'all
feel
got it.
like you understood what happened in the story?
I feel like I knew exactly what happened.
Okay, cool.
He was giving her that dick, and she fell for everything he
And
said.
that actually is probably. We didn't talk about that. We didn't talk about that.
Of course, she didn't talk about
That
that.
was probably some good, consistent loving
That-
that
I've-
did not happened before that.
I've seen that. That's in the Bay Area. That's regular as hell. That's every other nigga walking down the street. But whatever. Y'all got it. So moving forward, y'all.
Yeah, we done. So okay, we did mixed media. That's our mixed media for the week. We did mixed drinks, mixed
Yeah.
media. Let's move on to mixed signals.
Am I starting with mine?
The meat and potatoes of the show. I would like to start with yours. I don't want to start with mine. So for mixed signals, this part of the show we talked about we talk about a mixed signal that we have either seen / witnessed, given, or received. Right. So, friend,
This week,
this week, since the last episode, let's not say this week. Since the last episode,
since the last episode,
have you witnessed, seen, or given a mixed signal?
I have given mixed signals. Yes, yet again.
Plural? You said yet again. I feel like we gonna live in this area of giving.
It's okay. I'm gonna tell my truth.
Okay, go for it.
All
Y'all
right.
listening? Because this is a story.
It is kind of a story, and I'm a horrible storyteller. I'm not like Risa Tisa, but I'm gonna
She's
give it to you
amazing.
the best I can.
Yeah.
So this week, I'll say, let me run it back. In all honesty, it was the week of our live podcast,
Mm-hmm. But specifically, what day?
the day of the podcast.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh shit! I gotta put my phone down.
I
Okay,
feel
come
like-
on. This about to be a new story.
I
What?
think maybe the way it's not a new story. I feel like maybe the way I'm telling it, it might
Okay, go
sound
ahead.
new. Anyways, so what can I say? So the week leading up to the podcast, things were happening in my life, and I was really excited about it. And then on the day of the podcast, I feel like it was kind of like taken away from me. So if my energy was low at the day of the podcast, that was why.
You were excited about something that was taken away.
Yes.
Okay.
And nothing was solidified, but in my head, I fucking knew, right? So we have the podcast, and then I'll fast forward to the day of the Super Bowl day, Super Bowl day, where I was really in my feelings and my emotions that day, where I felt like I needed support, but didn't necessarily. I don't think it was that I didn't know how to ask for support, but I was trying to be considerate of the day because it was Super Bowl Sunday and people had plans, right? So it was a very sad day for me. But in a day that I felt like I needed support, but I didn't necessarily know, I didn't want to disturb anybody's day.
Because you're saying just 2 days prior was the day that you
Yeah.
lost the excitement.
Yes.
Like whatever that was.
Yes.
So Sunday, 2 days later, is the
Yes.
day that you're like feeling it.
Yes. So the day of, well, I can be kind of specific that day. So, you were home. I seen you. I kind of broke down when you were like, "Oh, you ready to go?"
You broke down?
Yeah, remember? Because you was like, "Hey, Ray, do you such and such is 10 minutes away. What do you want to do?" Blah blah blah. And I'm like, I'm not feeling it.
You didn't break down. You shut down.
Oh, I was crying.
What?
Yeah.
Oh, this makes me feel like a terrible friend.
No, I was crying.
When did you cry?
Like right then, I broke
What?
down. Yeah.
What?
Mhm.
Loud or like that
No,
silent
I
weep?
don't loud. I don't loud cry.
Right. Well, we did one night. We're gonna talk about that
But
in a
that
minute.
was
right.
yeah.
Friend, I did not know that.
Yeah. So I kind of broke down, and then I just got in the shower, right? Because I'm like, I can't do it. So I got in the shower, took my shower. He was like, "All right, I'll see you." Blah blah blah.
Did you think
Huh?
at this moment? Did you think that I had seen you cry and still left?
I wasn't hiding it, so I don't know.
But can you just go back to it for a second?
Yeah, sure.
You felt like maybe I witnessed you cry and still walked out the door?
Yeah,
That's crazy.
yeah,
That's crazy. I did not know that you had cried that day.
yeah. So I got in the shower, got myself prepared, whatever. You left, and I kind of sat there the day, wanting to be held, whatever it was. And yeah, I don't know. It was just a very emotional day. Anyways, the mixed signal within all of this that I really want to say is the thing that I wanted, I did not voice, and I pushed it to the side because I was wanting to be considerate of everybody else's feelings. I was trying to be strong for myself. I was trying to I don't know, coddle myself. I don't know, comfort myself.
Okay.
In that instance. So, instead of being like, "Hey, I would really like if you stay here with me. I would really like I need support." Instead of saying that, I was like, kind of, "Go ahead, do your day, and I'm gonna just be here."
If I'm honest, you didn't really make it feel like I should necessarily go and I'm okay, enjoy your day. I didn't see you cry. That's the crazy part. What I was feeling, and you're right, it was a mixed signal because we talked about this. What I was feeling was this bitch is sick of me. Like, I've been in her home, I've been here, I've overstayed my welcome. Like, everybody knows I'm a vagabond right now. I'm literally like all over the place. I'm thinking like she needs her space. Like, I knew your energy was off. I think as an empath, that's one of my strong suits. I know when the energy is off, but to your point, I didn't know what was wrong, and I didn't see you like have the breakdown that you just said, which actually now that adds another layer, it makes me really sad because hands down, if I saw a tear come down your cheek, well, I hope you feel like I would have stayed. I had no idea. I went out and I had a time and I
of
was
your
just
life and your friend
shut
Craig.
up. And I was thinking, and to be fair for me, like, yeah, because I was thinking maybe I was like getting on your nerves or that you needed space, I went and had a time of like relief. Like, okay, good. I'm not in her space anymore. Like she can breathe. I can breathe. Like when I come back, maybe we'll be like good to go. You know what happened when I came back? We were not good to go. It was still freaking awkward. Fast forward to February 26th.
At the live show, Raven,
Mhm.
you had some whatever going on.
Mhm.
So what happened?
I
Me
don't.
being messy. What happened?
The
No.
live show was the day of the disappointment,
Yeah.
huh?
It
Yeah, I
was.
felt that energy. I asked you, were you
Yeah.
good? Multiple times.
Yeah.
And I even came to
No.
your car at the event.
It's not something I want to share.
No, that's cool. Tell us.
Yeah. No.
I just, I just totally disregard everything.
No, that's cool. Tell us.
But go ahead,
No,
Lo.
but yeah, that was the day.
That was the day.
And that was still me trying to put on, it was a multitude of things, but like that just added definitely another layer of, I don't want to be here. If I'm being
And
honest.
we all felt it.
Yeah.
But some people took it wrong. I feel like the people who aren't as close to you were just like, oh, she's just in a mood. The people who are very close to you, i.e., me, because I'm in your house, it was really difficult for me. And this is not to put you, we've already had this conversation, so this is not to put you on blast, but for people who are really, really close to you, like you recoiling like that, it hurts. It hurts because I'm like, I'm asking you what's wrong. I'm asking you to let me take some of your burden. I'm asking you to share it with me, not because I'm being nosy, but because I want you to feel supported.
Mhm.
And if you don't do that, it feels like, oh, so maybe that's not what's wrong. So then the mind of an empath or an overthinker, which is me, yeah, it's a mixed signal happening. Wires are crossed. I'm like, oh, so the problem was with me because aside from the day of the initial disappointment, you were really sweet, I thought, because it's my mind overthinking to everybody except me.
Mhm.
I was like, oh, the podcast going down in flames. We not about to have mixed signals no more. Like it was a great run. We had a live show, ain't no episodes, but yeah, I was really sad. And I'm just
Mhm.
like, what the fuck? So, okay, let's jump to the part where we kind of like, can we jump to February 26th? Because I
Yeah.
feel like there was a moment where we had a resolve. There was a moment where we had like,
A true resolve. Because we even talked before then, but that was like another layer of the actual. Because remember, we talked about the
yeah, and you
actual
told me,
life
you were
part.
like, no, it's just intrusive thoughts, which are
No,
valid. You're like,
that was still, that was just another layer, but that was still a thing for
yes,
me.
yes.
But then me also holding on to the other.
The other disappointment,
Mhm.
yes. So yeah, it was mad layers, and I even feel like so I called Raven like a week after the first disappointment because I was like, "Girl, we have a business together. We're friends. Like I love you. This is not gonna work if we are not connected. Like, what's up?" And you responded, and you said, "You remember?"
Things.
It's intrusive thoughts. Like it's, just me maybe not feeling as prepared. And I accepted that, but it was still a little
Wait,
bit.
what's intrusive thoughts got to do with this?
Intrusive thoughts are, it's like when you're doing something productive, but then there's like this thought that comes in and it's like, you ain't good enough for that. Like
Really?
this not your bag.
Mhm.
This not what you should be
I
doing.
thought intrusive thoughts is like, maybe I should jump off this bridge right now.
It
That
could be that
is-
too. Yeah, it's an
yeah.
intrusive thought. It's something that's negative. It's anything that's negative that goes against what your spirit is wanting to do. Your spirit wants to be a creator. Your spirit wants to be connecting and finding common ground and sharing a space in front of everybody to see. But the intrusive thought was like, I'm not supposed to be here.
That sounds more like imposter syndrome.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
that's it. That's
Yeah.
exactly it. Imposter. Yeah, I think they're aligned. I think they're the same, one and the same. Intrusive thoughts fuel imposter syndrome for sure. But so here's the part of the story. Why are you laughing? Are people saying something we need to know?
Nah, me and Oscar the comments. We the comments.
So February 26th was my birthday. And I decided last minute that because I'm a vagabond, I was just like, yo, let me just like sit myself down because I've been everywhere, all year. Let me sit myself down and just like gather with the new friends that I've made and also with Ray, who you've been a really big part of my journey. I was like, let me just sit myself still, get us together and have like a night of, I want to say fellowship, but I don't know what that was. Um, and should I share my mixed signal
Yeah,
first,
go
or
ahead.
because it ties into like
We can start there
and then bring
tie
back.
it in.
Okay, so all right, so for me, my mixed signal was one that I gave. So it's the end of the night. We had a really good birthday. Played games, really chill. The end of the night, Raven, myself, and two of our friends go into the hot tub. It's like maybe 3 a.m., right? And
Before you get your story, Oscar said he realized he wasn't your friend on your birthday.
because you didn't get invited.
Damn.
To be fair, Oscar, you said, when am I not trying to hit on you? You said that today. So we know we're not really friends.
He said, "Oh,
Would you have come?
Said, would you come and behave?
he did."
Damn, he even
Hold on.
got you a
don't
gift.
show it.
Damn.
He did, and I apologize for that. And also, we need to exchange numbers. Do we have numbers? Because we also only communicate on Instagram, and so we should probably be real.
Damn, y'all just don't even know each other at this point
We
in
problem.
time.
don't.
As
I
business
feel like
partners.
the link between Oscar and I are you two.
Like, oh.
How did I get in it?
So you realize at the end of the night, your birthday, you drinking, having fun.
Yeah, we
on.
drink.
The birthday I was at.
Yeah, reel back in. We're in the hot tub, and this is the mixed signal I thought you were going to talk about, but maybe it layers in. So we're in the hot tub, and we're at an Airbnb. It's a quiet neighborhood, and we start talking about the topic that nobody wants to talk about at a party, which is like the Black plight. Like
Oh, I missed that.
you
I'd have
missed
got
it.
on y'all
You
ass.
left.
I left.
You
Yeah.
left.
Wait. Was everybody that when I left? Was everybody still there that talked about it, or was there some people?
No,
that
it was just
the two of
two
us.
friends. Two
Yeah. Got it.
Yeah, it was two
Understood.
friends.
Understood.
And we're sitting in a hot tub, and we're talking about our opinions on the state of Black advancement. And my view is it is what it is, which pisses everybody off all the time. I'm just like, yes, we're Black. It's not my battle. And I don't want to be butchered, but I honestly don't care. This lifetime, it's not my battle that's not my it's not my goal to try to fix it. Now there are people who are here to like push the
Forward.
thank you. Yeah, but for me, I'm just going to keep my head low. I'm going to play by the rules. I'm going to play the game is the phrase that I use. And what I mean by that is like if somebody's trying to come at me weird, I'm almost like yes sir, yes ma'am, and be like whatever, like just to get out of the way. I don't want to be I don't want to be killed. I don't want to be beat. I don't want to be reprimanded. I just want you to look at me and be like, oh, she's not what I thought she was. Okay, we'll let her go today. And know after that I need to find somewhere else to have my business, like to mind my business. Like I'm not going to do it here because y'all don't want me here. And that's completely fine. If y'all don't want me in this neighborhood, this business, like any of this, I'm good. I don't want to be there. And that was not well received. Fast forward, in the middle of us talking about this Black plight and stuff like that, and everybody getting kind of like irritated with me, we see flashing lights, right?
No, this happens after all of that.
No, it didn't. We weren't even there
had
yet.
to.
Let's remember, because we were drinking. before we even had the police come, it was the flashing lights were
'Cause
police
how did
come.
we even get
Wait,
on that
hold on.
I'ma
conversation?
tell you.
The police showed up to
The
this?
police
Yeah.
showed up to the Airbnb.
Where was I at?
And we were in the middle of already talking about some black stuff. It was just my opinion on the black plight. I'm telling you, that's how it started.
Wait, so somebody called the police on you because you was
Somebody
like,
called the police on us because we were talking too loud.
I mean, rightfully
Oh,
so,
talking too
because it
loud.
was
Oh,
a
okay.
very
It was 4 o'clock
quiet-
in the morning.
Yeah, it was 4 o'clock in the
on a
morning on a
Monday
fucking
night.
Monday night.
in a white neighborhood.
Yeah.
Like they're not doing that at 4 o'clock in the morning. And it was my birthday. I was not supposed to be having a party there. Like it's
so,
fine.
so the jacuzzi, and you telling your story? What was the mixed signal? What?
I'm about to get there. So
Okay.
now the police are here, and this is right after we had already talked about the black plight. I was like, it was 2 guys and 2 girls. I was like, y'all, guys, stay here. I'm gonna go talk to the police. I'm gonna go be the one to protect us. And they
Yeah, I knew that was gonna go left.
lost it.
I knew that was gonna go left.
And so not only did they not agree to that, but I had already gotten up and got out and like headed, made a beeline for the gate. They got up behind me and like also came, which was fine. I wasn't upset with it. But the problem was when we got back. So the situation was de-escalated. We got back in the hot tub, and you know what they said to me?
You lost your rabbit ass mind.
Period. That was
Yeah.
it. They said,
As a black man, because I know there were
tell me
two
what they
black
said.
men.
Tell me what they said.
They said, "Why the fuck would you go to the door?
Why? Why they say that?
Because if something happened to you, who's supposed to protect you?"
Right.
And then black women go on, not y'all, but they go on all these platforms and be like, "Black men don't protect black women." Yeah,
Right.
you just got me triggered in this motherfucker.
Right.
Right.
If you was there, you would have been on that same
I'd have been on the
side.
same height. Yeah.
What side were you on? Were you on any side?
You
in
saw where I
particular?
sat.
I did see where you sat, and that's a
She
part
said
of your
that.
mixed signal.
Why was it mixed? I sat down.
You said, "Oh,
I didn't leave. I sat in the tub.
okay." So you were saying let them go handle it.
Why would I?
Did you trust them to handle it?
I trust
Oh
You
shit.
trusted one of 2, correct?
Either way,
God damn.
if I would have gotten up, they still would have followed. Like they
Alright.
still, I can't tell them to sit down because as a man that's truly gonna protect me, he not about to sit there,
Mm-hmm.
unhinged or hinged. He
Mhm.
not about to sit there.
Mhm.
He not.
I hear you.
Oh shit. Here it comes.
And this is where it got funky. Cause now we back in the hot tub and everybody looking at me like, what the fuck did you just do? I was like, wait, what? I'm like, hold on a minute, guys. Like, let me put my drink down. Because what I did was not out of ego. It was not out of like some sort of like, let me prove to y'all that I'm the gatekeeper, like that I'm like the protector of everybody in this hot tub. Mine came from a position of love, and it came from my own experience handling the police, knowing what I know about a black man, the only
Man,
black man
look.
that I know in my life, but it was a mixed signal
It's gonna
because
sound crazy. Unless you a white woman, you sit your ass down.
unless you're me
No.
having to listen,
no,
and
no.
this is
I don't,
the
I don't
point
think
we
you
got
understood
to.
what I said when I meant that.
I heard you,
I
but
don't think she understood. But yeah, she didn't fully understand.
unless you're a white woman with privilege, sit your ass down. I heard you. Say it on the mic so we can hear. I'm not being spicy, but like say it on the mic.
She's caliente, mommy. Yes.
Because I
Love
want
that
to
for
tell you
Mira,
guys
mira,
my
mira.
position, which I want you to know we ended up coming to common ground. Shout out to Common Ground Spirits.
Shout out to Common Ground
We ended
Spirits.
up having common ground. But what were you about to say? Unless you're a white woman, I don't understand it. But unless you're a white woman,
The
sit down,
privilege.
go out there.
The privilege.
I get it. I totally get it.
You
Go ahead
plugged
and
in?
say what you're gonna say.
Yeah, I think so. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I get you. Go ahead.
So I think where Lauren was coming from, she was trying to protect the black man from the police
Correct.
and dying or whatever. That's what she was trying to do.
I get that. I get it.
But the other part of that is what Lauren has to understand. If she's choosing the correct black men, they'll be able to handle the police without dying.
Wait. What's
If you choose the correct black men to be with,
Oh.
They know
going on?
how-
Oh, period.
they know how to handle the police without dying.
Oh.
1,000%.
So like you were with the 2 correct black men because they were able to de-escalate the situation without.
I don't know, Oscar.
Oh, well.
And so
That ain't got nothing to do with me,
I
right?
want okay, let me start by saying I really do 1,000% agree. If I was in the presence of men, black men that I knew, like really knew and trusted,
Wow.
I feel like maybe I would have handled it different. I would have sat down and been like, y'all go handle that. You know what I mean?
That's
People who
not-
knew how to play the game. But let me tell you why I didn't trust that. Because we had just, before the police came, we had just talked about my perspective versus their perspective, which
We get it.
guided my actions. My perspective is just play the game, put your head down, stay low. And do you know what their reaction to that was?
That's buck
fucking
breaking.
crazy.
That's buck breaking.
Why would you? Yeah, why would you just play the game? And
Right.
so it was so many things playing in my mind, and also we're drinking, but so many things playing in my mind about like their capability to de-escalate it. And there's another layer that I'm gonna introduce in a second, but I'm just like, I don't want y'all to get hurt. I don't want y'all to get hurt, and I don't feel like they're gonna hurt me. So that's what was at play, and that's what was not received.
Being Gen XO say I disagree. I think Lauren was right to go because they're less likely to go after Lauren. That's bullshit.
What I thought.
That's bullshit. That's
Okay.
bullshit. We can name a list of women who they had altercations with.
Correct.
The
I know,
police were
Brianna.
not here with us.
I
Yeah,
know.
Sandra. You know what I'm saying? Sandra
know.
Bland. Like
I
we can.
know.
There's a whole list of that.
And I might be using pretty privilege a little bit.
Absolutely.
I
You
had
are.
a full
You are.
face of makeup and
You are.
lashes. I might be using pretty privilege, but it's still a part of the game, right? So as ignorant as that sounds, right? As ignorant and as like triggering as that might be,
I'm triggered like a motherfucker.
I know I might be tapping into pretty privilege just a little bit, but I'm thinking, y'all, if I go up in there with this thong swimsuit, which I had on a thong swimsuit, I did. It's my birthday. It's my investment, right? I paid for that Airbnb. I threw the party for y'all to come and be a part of, right? I'm thinking, let me go and play. Let me play the game. Let me go up there and be like, oh, were we loud? I'm sorry, because I had the presence of mind to put my red cup down. I had a little towel wrapped up, and I had my little thong out, and I had a soft, well-spoken. Like I was just disarmed when
You-
I went up there. Wait,
You saying that is already taken away from
know.
men who know how to communicate without being aggressive.
and there are some men who can do that. But what I'm saying is, based on the conversation that we had just
I'd have been
had,
pissed if I was there.
I didn't know if both of them or one of them, whatever, were equipped.
So
to
why
do
would
that.
you? If you can't trust men that you're around to handle a situation like that, why hang out with them?
Yeah,
That
don't
is
be
a
Goes
around.
back to
No.
the Risa Tisa
Yeah,
conversation.
that whole night opened up a lot for me. And even what Oscar just said, it is 1000% valid. You're choosing to hang around the wrong men if in situations like this, you don't feel like they could
Safe.
protect
That's-
you, right?
Well, so
That brings something to light to me.
I think another issue, or what I see a bigger issue here, is that this type of situation, divides the black community
Period.
all
Absolutely.
the time, right? And like we can't even agree that, hey, we all are adults and know how to behave and know how to handle the police and still be able to come home, right? And my assumption is I think I know everybody that was in the hot tub. I think I know those people. My cousin, I think I know everybody. Right. But these are people that my cousin know.
Right.
I trust my cousin, and these are people that my cousin would bring me around. So that right there automatically makes me think they know how to navigate that situation.
Do you agree, cousin?
Yeah, because
that
he know I don't
hands
hang
down.
around with no bozos.
He wouldn't bring me around those type of people because he knows where I'm at in my life.
You got a lot to lose.
Yeah.
But let's just talk about this real quick because when I walked up to the door, remember I told you I put my cup down. These two came with the red cups in the hand.
It does
That's
not-
not a
Because
thing.
they're on private property, man.
They can do whatever they
To
want to.
drink, and you don't know what's in that cup.
Right. It could have been juice.
But is
remember,
perception not
remember,
a thing that
I
we're
had
gonna
lemonade
factor
the whole
into
night
this?
because I don't drink.
Right.
Yeah.
So if I had a red cup in my hand full of Simply Lemonade, you gonna say I'm drinking?
Yeah.
Yeah, they would. They in their mind. That's what I'm saying. Luckily, we had one black officer and one white officer, which I think they're doing a
I don't.
really
I
good
don't
job
think the
of
color
sticking
of. I don't.
That
both.
That doesn't matter.
Right.
The
Okay.
color, the color of the skin don't matter. To
I
cops.
agree. But I do think that at 4:00 in the morning on a Monday night in a hot tub and you come with a red cup, they're not going to just right off the bat assume that it's water or lemonade or juice. They are going to assume that you're drinking and that you are rowdy and that you are causing the disturbance
True.
that these neighbors have
True.
caused, right? My objective was to go in there and be like, oh, whatever they called us for, like, it's really not that. Like, I even asked the police officer, I was like, oh my God, did you hear us when you walked up? And he was like, actually, no. I mean, the music wasn't that bad. We heard you guys talking. I was like, oh, well, please tell them we said sorry. We'll just turn it down a little bit. One of the two was like, which neighbors was it with the red cup? And I'm like,
Well then,
look, oops.
So, but I'm not saying that that's not okay to ask, and that didn't have to lead.
that
to
should never
anything.
be a
That shouldn't be a question.
I feel you. I'm on
this
the
where
same
gender. This is
page.
where I believe gender roles do have a real place in life.
Tell me about it.
Because no matter what, if you get the right cop on the wrong day,
Correct.
Doesn't matter.
something happened to you, then they're gonna be saying that they didn't protect you, no matter what. Because,
Yeah.
like you said, perspective is everything,
Right.
Yeah.
right?
Yep.
So instead of even putting them in that position, if something does decide to happen, let it be between the men, because that's what the men are for.
And
It's
I
always
learned
been like that from the beginning of time.
I learned that night, right? Okay, so and I'm agreeing with you, right? I learned it that night that I have to move into a new like energy,
Because that's what you want.
because
Ultimately.
that's what I want. I want that. But to Oscar's point, it's like, so then if you want that, then you have to put yourself around men that you trust to do that, correct? But the common ground that we ended on,
Shout out to
that
Common
night-
Ground Spirits.
No, shout out to Common Ground Spirits, right? Was that your environment, like your upbringing, does also play like a big role in how you understand the workings of like life, right? Because I was like, I meant no disrespect by this. Like am only doing what I've ever done my whole life. So y'all will hear me talk about this. Y'all have heard me talk about this. Father, heroin addict, right? I remember vividly protecting him from the police, early ages. 4 years old, 5 years old, 6 years old. This nigga still in a grocery store. The police asking me questions about him. I'm like, no, he's fine. No, he's, no, don't take him. Like, no, we're good. Or him having one of his like high moments where I don't know if you ever see somebody high on heroin, but they like having a ball and there's nobody else around them, but they're having a ball, right? And me being with him and people calling the police because they're thinking I'm in danger, and the police arriving and me having to be like, no, I'm safe. I'm good. I trust this man. He's not hurting me. I love this man. Don't do anything to this man. And then me still also watching them take this man away in handcuffs, and I got to wait for somebody else to come pick me up and me crying. So
That's
I'm
because
telling
there was
them,
drugs involved. It's not because
Correct.
of what he was doing.
right, but what I'm saying is I'm 4 or 5 when I'm having the impression put on me that in order to protect him, because it works sometimes, right? But in order to protect the black man, you have to be the person who is innocent and soft-spoken and diffuses the situation. It's not something that I want. It's not an energy that I want to stay in, to your point. I don't want to be there. I want to move over to the point where I'm choosing men that don't trigger that hyper like vigilance in me. I want to be soft. I want to be around men who are like, I'll take care of it, and I fully.
You're not gonna trust him anyway
Well, but
Why you say that?
because you didn't.
Well, in that moment, I told you what
And
was
I
playing a
think
part in it.
I think at least one of the men in the house you should at least trust it.
But I did say that to him. I
He did.
said,
She did.
I did say that several times. I was like, I
So you
trust
know.
half of you. I said that.
She
I'm
did.
Did I
sorry to
not
get
say
loud.
that? And I
She
said, but
did.
I don't trust the other half, so let me go. I was like, let me just do it. And so that's all. I mean, that's on me. That is definitely. I'm accepting it, y'all. I'm not even being like hard headed.
And we're not trying to talk at you. I don't want you to think like we
don't feel that way.
talking at you.
Because we reached common ground
Yeah.
tonight. And I said,
Shout out to
okay.
Common Ground Spirits. I just say as a mutual
Mm-hmm.
and understanding where they're coming from and not being them,
Mm-hmm.
because I know y'all and them have a
Yeah.
different relationship from me and y'all
Mhm.
as a mutual. I feel like you
Me in particular.
were in the wrong.
Ray was in her little soft
And you
in the
should have
air
just let it,
bag.
because whatever
I-
was gonna happen was gonna happen,
It was gonna happen regardless.
right?
Yeah, whether you were there or not.
So
She
if
sat down so innocently. She said,
that's not, because that's not her,
I said, is that the police?
"Okay, yeah, that was it." You said,
because I look at it like this,
and me over here, I'm like, "All right, y'all, everybody stay put."
right? I look at and then you'll be the one that get locked up with them because now you what they use when you
accessory.
when you jump into a fight if a cop trying to arrest somebody.
Oh no,
What is it? You become
interfering.
interfering with the police, whatever they call it.
Okay.
Then you get locked up. So who's supposed to bail who out?
And you know what? Me being the type of woman I am, it's like I don't expect nothing less. Like if they arrested me, I'd be like, all right, guys, you're good though. I'll be fine. I'll
Yeah,
talk to y'all
that's
tomorrow.
sad.
It's terrible. That's so terrible. But yeah, I'm like, that would be fine.
The-
I'm
the
a
one-
strong black woman.
The
like,
one
I'm
thing
good.
I told Ariel is if something was to happen with me in any situation, whether it be a group of niggas jumping me
Oh,
in a fight, police, you go the fuck that way,
It would
and
break
you come
my
get me
heart.
later.
It would break.
Call the police from over there, because I know niggas that'll knock a female out just for
Right.
standing next
Yeah.
to me.
right,
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I know police that'll be like, grab her too,
right.
type shit, baby in hand and all. You know what I'm saying? So you gotta you pick your battles, and that's not the battle you should pick.
I
I'm okay
hear
with being
that.
slammed on the hood of a car, but if
I'm
I
not
see
okay
her
with that.
being slammed on the hood of a car,
That ignites.
that night I might die. That night I'm willing to die.
Yeah, that's the other thing. Like, if they were to be the aggressor towards
Yeah.
you, that ignites a different.
Now we all dead.
Yeah.
Well,
Cause
yeah.
y'all definitely about to come.
Essentially,
Yeah.
Y'all definitely about to come protect me.
Yeah.
Y'all not gonna let that happen.
Yeah.
Y'all, I don't know because for me, like I've been in a relationship with a man who is aggressive in that way. And I've thought about it. Like if I had to watch you get hurt, I would die. I don't want you. Let me do it. That's crazy. Let me do it. Don't do it. I don't want to watch that. I don't want to see it. And it's
that's
I'm
why you
telling
need to go sit your ass over there. Like I
Close
said
my eyes.
earlier, sit your ass over there
Yeah.
and then handle it when it get handled. Like it's only one police precinct in Sacramento.
Mm-hmm.
My ex, matter of fact, my ex. Me and a friend of mine had went to jail on his birthday. So this is why I was triggering.
You went to
We
jail
went to,
too?
we went to jail on his birthday. We got locked up, and yeah, but it was 25. Hold it tight. Yeah, allegedly. I told her, you get your motherfucking ass over there. I'ma beat. You know where I'm at. Come get me. And she came and got both of us in the morning.
There is an inner child in me that wants that. That wants somebody to put me in my place and for me to trust that what you're saying is not bullshit.
Lauren has, based on the story she told about her father,
I got issues
that's a
with
deep
that.
rooted trauma.
Yeah, it's
that-
gonna take a minute.
yeah, like she's not gonna be with someone for a couple months and they say, let me take care of it, and she just automatically jump into that. That's something that gotta be worked through.
Correct.
But no, it doesn't have to be worked through.
Yes, it does.
How is it gonna get worked through if it's not happening?
But what I'm saying
I'm
is,
aware now.
yeah, being aware of it, and then also really uncovering why those feelings are there and why those things trigger her, and understanding her triggers, so when they happen she could respond the correct way instead of reacting. She reacted that night, going to run to the door. She didn't respond when the gentleman said, we got this.
Because they
sit
did
down."
tell me to stay. Apparently they did. I didn't even hear them.
The seed has to be planted in order for it to grow.
The seed is planted, Mosey.
After
That
the fact.
night. Well, yes, I failed that
That's
night.
my point.
That night I failed, and thank God everything was, good.
Because mind you, they walking up to the door already frustrated that your ass is at the door.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah. So now they going up
But
there.
you
with
know
two
now,
weapons.
moving forward, you know.
Yeah, that's the point I'm making is like
Yeah.
Oscar is I think you're right. I that night it was honestly educational for me. That was the first time
Let's
that
go.
I've done that.
Let's go. Shout out to Laura.
It was the first time. I told you we reached it. We got to a point where we understood each other, where they understood that I wasn't trying to be in my ego and protect them and show them that they couldn't do nothing. I wasn't trying to take away their duty. It was just ingrained in me. And I now know I'm probably just look at Raven from now and be like, what we doing? What we doing, girl?
No, but I'm not always gonna be there. So I think it's a you. You have to figure it out.
I had to pick people that I trust, and
Yeah.
that was the biggest lesson for me
Yeah.
that night because I know that I've been around men that I feel like would be great in those situations, and you know where those men are? Not in my life because I'm like I got bored. Terrible.
Ooh,
That's a different.
That's a
different
different. That's a
vibe.
whole nother topic right there.
I know I got bored.
That's
I'm
a
like,
whole nother topic.
So it's like we're not about to do this.
What?
Okay. I'm
Yeah,
about to say, am I
yeah,
chasing
yeah. Don't do
the
that.
drama? Am I chasing?
You might
it?
be. You might be the
I
problem.
want peace. I want problems always.
You might be the problem.
Sound like you one of them girls. Like if it's peaceful, it's a problem.
Yeah, it's scary to me. If
You
it's
know what?
peaceful. What
I used to be like that.
did you?
100%. I used to be like, if a woman wasn't asking me where I was, or if she was like wasn't all over me, I felt like she didn't care.
Okay. Yeah.
You got to get past
It's
that.
a trauma response.
It's a trauma response, definitely. When you realize that sometimes Most of the time, that's another topic. Peace is where you want to be. And sometimes peace involves silence, and sometimes silence can make you stir crazy.
But get this. What do you say to this? Because, like, I can think of one man in particular that I was with that I was like, oh, hands down. If the police came, you got it. Because, like, I know you got it.
Right.
But then if we, like, on the subway in New York, or if we, like, on the MARTA in Atlanta, I'm fucking scared. I don't trust you in this regard to handle me against us, right? And so then it's like the people, the bad choices that I'm talking about, like the ones who are erratic sometimes or that I don't fully trust, they're the ones that I'm like, oh, but we could go like anywhere else.
Pick your poison.
Why?
Because
Wait,
in one
wait.
situation, go ahead.
In one situation,
In one situation, you're okay, but in the other, you're not.
is there any situation where I'm okay in both?
Yes. You got to
Help me.
find it, though.
Help me.
I don't
It's almost
know.
like it's the
Help
opposite
me.
for you. The men you should trust, you don't, and the men you trust, you shouldn't. You have to find that.
I even went on a date with a white man
Uh,
who would have been like,
Shout out to the white
would
man.
have been amazing dealing with all that kind of stuff. But again, and
got
this
bored?
is a real scenario. We got on the train and I said, oh no, sir. Like people are looking at us. And I don't know if they're just judging or if they plotting. And I was like, I don't feel comfortable. And now we walking through the city. I don't feel comfortable. Where's the balance in that?
Sounds like an insecurity. That part.
That's an insecurity.
Yeah, because
You would feel comfortable walking through the city with a white man?
did anything happen?
I think we're
It
different.
didn't. It
Right.
didn't. You would feel
I
comfortable
think we're different, and I don't care what people think.
if they're plotting, though.
But
Who-
who's
if-
to say that I can't?
If they plotted,
If
they
they're
would have did
plotting,
it.
they're plotting. Like
If it's gonna happen, it's gonna
it's
happen.
gonna happen.
Okay. I just, in the last year, watched several things happen.
Has it happened to you?
No, but it happened right in front of me.
With who?
2 people. Remember, I told you I called you at 8 p.m.
That was a homeless person.
It wasn't a homeless person.
What about?
The man on the train who got punched.
That wasn't a homeless person.
It was a white man who got punched.
Shout out to the white man that got punched.
He took the L that night. Now I know we going into it, and I know this is all like convoluted at this point. But yeah, I have
think
some choices to make.
For
You're
my
right.
happiness, if I'm making a decision, and it's what it is.
It is what it is.
It is what it is. If people are plotting against me, but I'm happy this way,
When I say plotting, I mean plotting against your security and safety, not plotting like, oh, these people are like disgusting me, like
know,
plotting against.
yeah.
Okay.
How did you know they just wasn't looking because they saw a beautiful black
Oh, I
woman with a
didn't
white
know.
dude?
No, I didn't know, but I knew that I didn't feel at peace. I was like, this is a strange feeling. And I mean, to y'all's point, I'll work on it. I'll think about it. I'll sit with it a little longer. But I was like, in this regard, I don't feel comfortable or like protected or like taken care of. I feel like they'll come up and try us. And I have had a man or men try me when I was with a man who didn't look.
aesthetically
Yeah.
for you.
I've had that happen too. And now we both disrespected. Like, now what? What we do there?
What
Who
did you do to his? What did you do? Because I feel like you told me this. Was this the airport situation? Okay.
What do you know?
Okay. Can you? No. What did you say?
I said, we are together. And they said, oh, okay. Disrespect. You're right. It
I
didn't.
wouldn't have even
it didn't even-
responded.
I was 24.